What's going on, everyone? It's time to talk about actually a recent film that's in theaters, and I think it's probably on some streaming sites because you can do that now. Either stream it or go to theater. I don't know why you don't go to theaters, but yeah, if you don't feel safe for some reason and stuff. But yeah, anyways, today I'm going to be talking about Ghostbusters Afterlife, the new Ghostbusters film. It's released November 19th, 2021, so back on Friday. It was directed by Jason Reitman, Ivan Reitman's son, who's also done films like Juno, Up in the Air, Thank You for Smoking, and Tully. I think he actually just produced Up in the Air. I'm pretty sure Spielberg did that one. But yeah, anyways, yeah, Ghostbusters Afterlife. Well, you meet a mom and her two kids, and it stars, what's his name? Wolfhard from Stranger Things. Yeah, he's in it. He plays like a 16-year-old or something like that. And then he has a nerdy sister. And yeah, so there's a single mom and her two kids struggling to raise. They get evicted, and then they learn the fact that they actually have inherited an old farmhouse in the middle of nowhere somewhere in Ohio, I think it is. And yeah, so they go out there, and there's some weird things start happening, some paranormal stuff, and yeah, and they slowly learn that the the kids learn that their grandfather was like the weirdo of the town who always at the um, stayed at the farmhouse and wasn't really social, and continued to like do his work. And then you slowly learn. See, they slowly come across like uh, nostalgia stuff, the Ghostbuster stuff, and they slowly learn that they have a connection to the Ghostbusters, and it's pretty amusing. Now, the setup for this film is pretty slow at the start, and they actually do a good job at character building in this. I enjoyed pretty much most of the characters. I could actually really relate to the science teacher, the mom's love interest in this film. Like, there's some good scenes where he'll do exactly what I would do if I was a teacher, and that's so he's a science teacher. So instead of teaching them science in summer school, he throws on the movie Cujo about a Saint Bernard getting bit by a rabid bat, and it gets rabies and attacks humans and stuff. And they also watch like Child's Play and stuff like that. And that's exactly what I do as a teacher. So I found him really relatable. But yeah, and it was pretty fun. It's very, for the first half it drags on, and slowly but surely it builds momentum. And yeah, so here, and then eventually it picks up where the younger daughter sort of like um, starts re like figuring out how like the proton packs or whatever it is, those guns that shoot the lasers out, how they work and stuff, and fixes it one, and goes and they realize they unleash like some of the ghosts that were captured because they found small traps, and they go and try to capture them back, and then they uncover a bigger one. Now I'm probably going to spoil this because I really want to talk about it, so if you don't want to know anymore, turn this off. But I'm going to continue on and spoil the movie from here on out. So yeah, so after they let loose the traps, they find this Egyptian. Well, the younger kid learns that there's a old ancient relic off the beaten path in a mountain, from right near the town, and it's like an old Egyptian one. And then they slowly uncover that it's Gozer's temple, and Gozer is slowly coming back to take over. And yeah, so they slowly, bit by bit, piece it together, and then Gozer comes back and tries to take over. So um, yeah, this is where I lost a lot of interest in this film. I was pretty disappointed with most of this, to be honest. With like some of the ghosts coming back and stuff, it's good. That the whole first half was pretty good, a good setup, and then right, basically, I could sort of picture it was like the setup point, and then you get basically a Walmart commercial in the middle, which is actually entertaining because you don't have a big Stay Puft Marshmallow guy. You get 100 little ones making dumb decisions. So making sausage party and stuff, like accidentally killing themselves and stuff. And it was really entertaining, but it all happens within a Walmart. And you also get to see the first glimpse of those demon dog things, Gozer's dogs, come and attack and stuff, and it was actually pretty amusing. And then, but yeah, then after that, they basically just recycled the climax scene of the first movie. They don't actually create anything new. I was hoping there'd be like a new villain to take over or anything. No, they just recycled the climax scene with Gozer on the rooftop. And so in Ghostbusters Donuts is called, they did the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. This one, they basically just redid I was just saying, now, they did use practical effects in this, which is pretty cool. Like, there's some big animatronic, like, demon dogs and stuff, which look fantastic. I didn't really care for, they got Gozer's look, like the male, female, demon looking thing in the first one. They got that look pretty good, too. The voice is a little different and stuff, and obviously there's some good cameos in it too in this part. And yeah, definitely, I was definitely disappointed with that. And it goes on. So you're either gonna like this or you're gonna not. That's how I put it. A lot of people are rating this movie pretty high. I'm rating this movie pretty low. It wasn't for me. And yeah, and also like so Harold Ramis, the one who played the nerdy one in the Ghostbusters films, passed away a couple of years ago, and this is like a tribute to him. So they had like a look-alike actor play the spirit, but does not look like him at all. And yeah, and he doesn't talk or anything, but which is kind of odd. And yeah, it's so much good nostalgia for it, and it's a good vehicle for that, but you could tell that's basically all that this movie was just nostalgia for the original fans of the first two films. And yeah, and yeah, and it was definitely good to see everyone back together and actually trying to make a somewhat good movie. Yeah, so overall, special effects were pretty decent. I liked like the cinematography and the sets and everything looked good. Some of the acting is iffy and like wasn't as good as I thought, especially when they're like possessed by like the demons before they turn into dogs and stuff. It was kind of odd, and cheesy. And yeah, but I just didn't like the story. The story of it was not interesting at all, and they just recycled half of what the first one was. And I was hoping they'd be something new, so maybe a newer generation could do something. Maybe they could do that later on, but definitely was not what I was expecting, and I kind of thought it was just a boring drag for the most part. So yeah, too bad. Yeah, I'm kind of losing hope for all movies these days. This is like the third or fourth new one I've watched, and all of them have been super disappointing. So probably gonna go back and doing classic movies again. So they're somewhat good and entertaining. But yeah, but a lot of people I know, like, love my family members, loved it and stuff. I'm just picky as hell, and I much rather watch Full Moon or some other crap that most people won't watch instead of big Hollywood blockbusters that just get names and not focus on the story and just feed you mindless fodder. So yeah. Anyways, that's Ghostbusters Afterlife. I wasn't into it. I'm gonna give this one a 1.5 out of 5. Could have been way better. Maybe later on they could do a better one, but I was disappointed in it. And yeah, so got to say though, the girl who plays the younger sister was a good actress too. So there's some good young stars in this, and some okay adult acting in it. But most of it, they even recycled like old ghosts from the films. Didn't really create anything new. So I just wanted something new and something that they could either reboot and like move it forward more. But no, it was just like a nostalgia film. So yeah. There's a trailer link down below if you didn't even know this movie came out or something, or been living under a rock. Check it out. It's linked down below. Also, make sure you check out my Instagram, which is always linked down below, where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. And I usually have the film title and hashtag and the subgenre of film and the hashtags. So you're aware of it, so you can follow me there to stay in the loop. Or you could also follow me on Letterbox at Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating right after watching the film. So yeah, follow me on one of those too if you want to know what's going on. Yeah, like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below. Let me know what you thought, and also yeah, let me know what your favorite Ghostbusters film is. There's only four, but yeah, so far I like one and two both equally, and I know I reviewed both of those. So the only one I haven't done is Answer the Call, and I'm probably not going to do it anytime soon. So yeah, um, yeah. So yeah, like and the video, like this, and yeah, make sure you subscribe. So I could tell you some more other weird movies to check out that are not mindless fodder. And also, um, yeah, if you have any films I don't hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can if I can find it. I'll watch anything, just not Ghostbusters yet because it'll call. I'm not doing that one for a while. I don't really want to sit through it again. But yeah, so yeah, I guess that's it for this one. So hopefully, the Ghostbusters actually have a good comeback. Maybe they should bring back the TV show. The animated real Ghostbusters, that's what they should bring back. Hopefully they do that, but yeah. But I'm off for now, so I guess I'll see you all in the next review, which is actually probably going to be another somewhat family-friendly film. So who knows, but we'll see. So too bad I was disappointed in this, but sure I can find something else better to check out. We'll see you in the future. Make sure you subscribe, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. So cheers.